Well, let's stay with the IEC updates and speak to our reporter now, Juniour Khumalo, who is live for us at the Results Operations Centre in Midrand. That's the Nerve Centre. Juniour, good evening to you. Any more that you can tell us about what the IEC had to say earlier, particularly about the situation in Umtata?
Indeed, Xoli, the IEC spoke about those challenges that they faced in Umtata. They said 107 polling stations were unable to open their doors for South Africans who were registered to cast the special votes, owing to those disruptions when it comes to the voting material that was being transported to those voting stations. But the DCO of the IEC, Mr. Sheburi, did indicate that there were talks with the net joints to try and ensure that tomorrow they are able to open those voting stations. He also assured those South Africans who failed to go to those polling stations that they can still cast their votes even on the 29th of May. That provision will still be open for them to actually cast their votes. So that was the update that we were given by the IEC. But they also indicated that across the country, there are about 435 voting stations that were actually affected by one protest or the other. In some areas, including Orange Farm, there were service delivery protests that actually affected the opening of those voting stations, but eventually they were able to open. When it comes to their own internal struggles, the IEC said that they were unable to provide voting materials such as envelopes and ballot papers to about 9 polling stations, so causing a bit of a delay in those voting stations, but eventually those 9 stations were actually opened, Xoli.
All right, Juniour Khumalo, live for us there at the Nerve Centre in Midrand.